I want to ask you a question, and that is, what is in your life's blueprint? This is the most important and crucial period of your lives, for what you do now and what you decide now at this age may well determine which way your life shall go. And whenever a building is constructed, you usually have an architect who draws a blueprint. And that blueprint serves as the pattern, as the guide, as the model for those who are to build the building. And a building is not well erected without a good, sound, and solid blueprint. Now, each of you is in the process of building the structure of your lives. And the question is whether you have a proper, a solid, and a sound blueprint. And I want to suggest some of the things that should be in your life's blueprint. Number one in your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you are nobody. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. And always feel that your life has ultimate significance. Now, that means that you should not be ashamed of your color. You know, it's very unfortunate that in so many instances, our society has placed a stigma on the Negro's color. And you know, there are some Negroes who are ashamed of themselves. But don't be ashamed of your color. Don't be ashamed of your biological features. Somehow you must be able to say in your own lives and really believe it, I am black but beautiful. And believe it in your heart.
What is good, my people? We are live back again with another live broadcast on the forecast. Back up on here again. Yeah, I got the hold on, y'all. I got the title wrong. Let me fix it real quick. Because we're talking about generational curses featuring Rum in the Bush. Right, or with Rum in the Bush. All right, my bad. All right, so yeah, man, we we was talking about this the other day. Give Cassidra a minute to get in here, and other people a chance to get in here. I would have played the beginning part longer, but Yeah, so we was talking about it the other day, and I guess we're gonna start touching on some of this stuff. And if you feel some type of way, one way or another, you know what I'm saying, you're welcome to come on here, right? But this isn't going to be like anything negative or anything like that. What we want to do is to stop the trauma from getting passed down and the miscommunication, right? Because even just listening to this, when you just online and stuff like that, when you hear people talking about this online, they act like, oh well, everything is a war, the gender war, that's a war, and they act like this is a war. But there is a definite miscommunication because in the real world, I do see a lot of older brothers like saying, "Oh, hey, these younger brothers is out of control, and somebody got to do something." And you know, even the people that I asked, to work with me with the school thing, um, a lot of them like, man, they out of control. They don't listen. They don't that. They don't this. They don't that. And so I think that there is a definite um not divide, but miscommunication going on between like the older people and the younger people. And so we want to come on here and talk about that. What's going on, Cassidra? How you doing? Yeah,
Hello, hello, hello. How are you forecast?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm ready for this amazing show. I know it's going to be just life changing for some. Just be ready for truth.
Yeah, facts. And
Just
I
be.
was saying, if anybody feels some type of way, one way or another, because I want this to be a conversation and a back and forth, but I do want us to keep it real with each other, and like, because I was saying like some people, oh, is a divide between the age. I don't think it's a divide, but I do think there is a miscommunication, and with the younger people is a little bit different with the older people, with the older generation. And even when I was talking about doing the school thing, the brothers that I asked to help me, they were like, oh man, these young brothers just out of control. But then I look at them also though, because it's going to, like, I wanted to go back and forth because like you're supposed to be the parent, you know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about they out of control, but so I want to get all of that stuff out today. So but what you think about that, Cassandra?
Oh, do you really want to know what I think? That's a
Yeah.
parenting issue. That's a parenting issue. I had this problem with my daughters. They knew where I stood, they knew how I felt, and they knew what to say and what not to say. They knew the body to watch the body language. They knew they wasn't rolling their ass. That's a parenting issue. Period. These kids are raising themselves. Parents are working 16-hour days. They chasing after some man. The child is at home raising themselves, and when you come home, you too tired because you didn't work 16 hours. Now it's a parenting issue, meaning the male and the female, meaning the mom and the dad issue. That's not just a mother issue. That's a mom and a father issue. And some of these men will look at these women and looking at them, and I'm looking at the men like, where were you? Were you in the home? You can't blame nobody. Your ass wasn't even there to chastise anybody. So you seeing an issue that's a parenting issue, period. Parents are tired. These mom are working, and some are going to school trying to make it better for themselves, and they struggling. They struggling along. And some of these dads out here chasing every skirt that they can. They ain't spending no time. They ain't called their son in 10 years. And some ain't called their son because of the mom and some other issues and his stuff. Okay, so I'm not gonna always blame. I'm talking about both parents. I'm talking about both. This is a parenting issue. We have allowed our children to get out of hand, and now we looking at each other like it's your fault, and others saying it's your fault. It's both of y'all faults. The man, you wasn't there, and ladies, you working 18 hours, 16-hour days, 12-hour days, you or three jobs. Some working three jobs, and you're not there, and you expect your house to run. Your house ain't gonna run because, for one, let's get real. Why is it that some men aren't there? Let's talk about that. Okay, some men can't live with some of these women, but you knew that when you were dating her before you had that baby. So that's not checking yourself and making sure that you had the right woman before you laid that seed. because men laying seeds anywhere and everywhere now. They don't give a damn where them seeds going, and they not gonna, you know. And I heard a song the other day. These brothers were singing about single baby mamas. What the hell are you talking about? Baby mamas talking about, you know, how they didn't want kids and they end up. If you didn't want kids, you should have got a vasectomy and you should have covered it up. Period. Don't sit up there and blame the woman. Did you cover it up? Well, she told me she's on birth control. I don't give a damn what she told you. Did you do your part? So this is a parenting issue. Both parents are at fault when your child is acting crazy. And let's not even talk about the schools, okay? I'm just saying, we can go so many different ways with this conversation. So many different ways, but I want us to be honest. And there's some people that ain't gonna like what we say, but if you don't like it, come on up here and prove us wrong. I'll rest my mic for now.
Yeah, all facts, and the thing is in there. So if anybody is out there, they I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna keep it positive. But all right, so yeah, and consider you right. You was mentioning the parenting, and I do have a lot of stuff, but we don't have to necessarily watch like really much of it. Is really more about it's going to take us to like the topics and stuff like that, you know. So we're not on here long, so we're gonna go right into it. I'm gonna play the first one, you know. This one to message to kids disrespecting their parents, you know.
With the kids, all you wonderful teenagers that's probably on the way to school or in the cars with your parents right now, especially if you got a single parent. And I talk about this because I'm going through it. Don't think for a minute just because I'm on the radio and we got a little hot TV.
And by the way, if I'll say it again too, if anybody come up in the back and I don't see, I'm gonna keep looking. But if I don't, just put it in a regular chat and I'll put you up.
Reality show that we don't go through stuff. There's some stuff that go down when the cameras ain't around. And I want to tell y'all kids out here, man, that have a single parent, man, your mama sitting up here going to work every day, doing her thing, putting up with people crap, dealing with customer service, dealing with patients and lifting and all this kind of stuff, man. Some of y'all out here don't even know how good y'all got it. And y'all don't even understand what most of y'all parents went through just where you can have what you have. Everybody that's in the car with your mama right now, look down at your feet and and pull your pants leg up and look at your shoes and your socks. Your parents done went and spent couple $100 on shoes. You got nice jeans and you got nice clothes, and half of y'all ain't even riding the bus getting dropped off at school today. You are so blessed. You have way more than we ever had. And I can say all this stuff, man, because I'm from the projects. I'm from Kingston Project. We grew up on Section A. And then to have kids to say something back. If your parents say something to you, man, only thing you need to do is say yes, ma'am, or yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. No, sir. We didn't ask you who put the shoes in the floor. We said get the shoes out the floor. Even when you explain something is a slight way of being disrespectful and talking back. And I want y'all to understand something. Every time you talk back to your parents, man, you cutting your days short. The Bible said, honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long upon the land the Lord thy God giveth thee. It's in the Bible. And I'm telling you, man, you around here, become a teenager, you ain't bought nothing. You don't pay no bills. You don't pay no rent. We have to make you clean up. We have to make you half y'all take a bath. We have to make you take the garbage out on Mondays and Fridays or Tuesdays and Thursdays, whenever the garbage is supposed to go out.
All right, and I want to play just a little bit of the of another one too, consider because I know like with you and Bakari, y'all really don't have to worry about that. Y'all, y'all children are like respectful. Y'all, and y'all command respect.
Just people. Welcome back to the T Spot. Everything. And today, I want to talk about these disrespectful ass 90s and 2000 children. That's what I want to talk about today. What the hell is wrong with these motherfucking children? These children that were born in the 90s and the 2000s, they're fucking lost. Somebody please tell me what's wrong. Tell me where the fuck did we go wrong? These kids are lost, misguided, disrespectful, unappreciative, and so motherfucking entitled. Why? They know nothing, but still yet think they know every motherfucking thing. Every motherfucking thing. I'm trying to understand where we went wrong. Now, people, I know they say it all starts at home, right? Which is true. It all starts at home. But what I've noticed, I've raised about 5 children, 6 children in my lifetime. 2 biological children, 3 adopted children, and I also had custody of a cousin of mine. All these children were born in the 90s and the 2000s. And I take my hat off to us as parents who are dealing with these babies that are lost and motherfucking guided. And as I said before, it starts at home, right? I know. Everybody say it starts at home, which it does. That is a fact. That is very much so true. But when these children hit 16, 17, and 18, they become their own motherfucking people. And no matter what the fuck you taught them, no matter what you've instilled in them, they begin to be someone else, someone that we don't even know. They become their own people, and you can't tell them shit. No matter what.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. That right there. Let's talk about this. Did you spend time with them? Were you there? Were they raising themselves? I noticed that when you allow children to be by themselves at a certain age and not have an adult in the house, that means you have given up your authority while you're not there, but they don't know how to give that authority back to you when you come home. 1. 2, did you spend time with them? Did you tell them the plan? Did you check that behavior when you came home and you was tired? And oh my God, I don't feel like being bothered with these kids. So when you ask them something, they go, Ma, when you sucking your teeth right then and there, you should have jumped off that couch and been up in that ass. Period. I didn't allow my girls, when they came to me, and I would come to them, we're going to have a little talk. And I would tell them, hey, we're having a little talk now. So you already know, watch your eyes, don't be rolling your neck. I'm checking this behavior before I start, because I'm not going to tell you after we start talking and I see the action, because I'm coming upside your head. Period. Plain and simple. I didn't play that disrespect. I'm taking care of your black ass. Guess what? This is my house right here. You don't like it? There's the door. Period. Ain't no disrespect going up here. Ain't no calling the police. Ain't no that right there. My daughter had a friend that was told her, well, parents can't spank their kids. My daughter looked at her, you weren't living up in my house. Can't nobody tell my mom what to do, because I told her that. I don't give a damn what you talking about. There ain't no child coming up in and tell me what you not going to eat. What's for dinner? What's on the stove? You know what I'm saying? So these are parent issues. If she's talking about these kids disrespectful, well, who's allowing them to be disrespectful? Who's allowing them? Back in the day, our parents didn't tolerate it. Our kids right now is so spoiled. Some of them got it too good. Like what's his name? Say Rick Smiley say, oh, you got $200 gym shoes on. Who's spending $200? Are you serious? We had a budget. If you want to pay $200 for gym shoes, then you're going to get a job. And when you get a job, then you go ahead and buy them $200 gym shoes. All this talking back, pop in the mouth. No explaining. I did not argue with my kids. What I said went. It was no, well, Ma, you said, hey, well, Ma, I don't give a damn what they're doing down there. You right here. I was old school. So all of this stuff that she's talking about the kids, you blaming kids for their bad attitudes? Okay, did the mom have a bad attitude? Because the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Let's talk about it. Okay, because I've seen some kids, honey, and I see a little girl on the. I should pull that up. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna try to find it. Little girl was 10 years old. Mom was stopped for shoplifting. Right? I don't know if she did it or not. The little girl cussed that police officer so bad. She was 10, and I'm looking at her like, where did she get that from? You feel what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying, right? Where'd she get that from? Her mammy. Apples don't fall too far from the tree, because the mom sure didn't say nothing to her. She let her say it. So that right there is going to be a problem for us later. We're going to have to maintain that behavior later. Her teacher going to have to put up with that now. Okay, the teacher in class, that girl's in what, 10th grade, doing fifth grade. The teacher got to be bothered with that bad attitude. Where she get it from? Then the teacher try to talk to the parents, try to talk to the chastise the kids. The kids say, I'm going to get my mama. What you mean you going to get your mama? Your mama ain't raising nothing, doing nothing up in here. What you going to get your mama for is what I would be saying. And bring her home. Because my thing is, if I'm working, I'm here trying to work. How you gonna get your mama? What your mama gonna do up in him? I'm with these kids, but I say go in this classroom. I don't care what your mama got to say. See what I'm saying? We're not putting our foot down, and these parents, these TV shows also teaching our kids how to be disrespectful. So it's a whole lot of entities that's going on here. Okay. Because you watch TV, the kids stealing, they lying, they kissing, they having sex. We're talking about like 10, 11-year-olds, right? So what are we teaching our children? What have we allowed them to teach our children? Even on, remember the little Teletubbies? The little boy was gay. The little boy had a purse. I stopped my daughters from watching that. I ain't have no sons, but I guarantee you not watching that. The Simpsons. My kids didn't watch this. You see what I'm saying? So it's different programs. BET, EPT, or whatever. They didn't watch that in my house. No, we're not watching that. I ain't even had it on my channel. We're not going there. You feel what I'm saying? So it's parenting. We're coming back to the parents. You can't blame your child if you wasn't there. Daddy, mama, you gave up that control too soon. Then she said, when you get 12, 13, 14, well, 15 to 16, well, she said 16, 17. Okay, that's because that behavior wasn't checked when they was 2 and 3. You check behavior 2 and 3, 4 and 5. You don't wait to get 16, 17 to check nothing, because that's when you're ready to kill them. You check that behavior when they're young. But if you don't check that behavior, yes, you're going to have a mess at 16, 17, 18. Okay? So let's not blame the kids for our behaviors, for our dysfunction. Let's not do that, because we're allowing our children right now to get away with murder. And half of them didn't even teach and train. Sometimes kids sneezing right now ain't even covering their mouth. They ain't even covering no mouth, and they're not saying, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So did you give them the plan? Did you tell them what was your expectations in your house? I talked to my kids. I told them the expectations. I told them the consequences behind bad behavior. You go to your dad's house, before he died, we had divorced or whatever. You go over there. When you come back home, I sat him down that day. Okay, let's talk about this, because I know your dad did stuff totally different. You home now. Let's go back over the rules so you don't get hurt. Seriously, I would set them down and let's talk about what's the rules up in here. And they went over the rules. Okay, so I just want y'all to understand. See what I'm saying? That's a parenting issue. We ain't got time to do that because we work at 18 hours today. We work 16 hours. You feel me? So we ain't got time to parent now. We letting them tell us what to do. I don't want to eat that. What the hell you mean you don't want to eat that? That's what's for dinner. Seriously, not bad. We bought groceries. Groceries got to last, so long. And this is what we cook. You don't want it? Okay. Peanut butter and jelly. I'm just saying. But we're not coming up and cooking a whole different meals. You may have some bologna, because I have a little extra bologna or, peanut butter. Okay, that's for days. Okay, okay, you really don't like something. One of my daughters didn't like spaghetti. I did. So I cooked spaghetti. Okay, she was allowed to do. Okay, but we didn't cook a whole nother meal. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to rest my mic on this, because this is a parenting issue. We're not going to blame kids for grown folk stuff. We're not going to do it. I'll rest my mic.
Well, yeah, I would say, first of all, and this is why I respect you, Cassidra, instead of saying, oh, yeah, there is disrespect, you like the person, you're the damn parent, the first and foremost, and you check that whole behavior that you're even dealing with. And I know for me, right, like, because I can only speak for like one side of it, right? I remember because like, and even if you are like, sometimes like that's the importance of a male figure. Sometimes you got to put hands on that. Like I remember when I was start getting to that age where I'm like, oh, skipping school, trying to hang out with the wrong people, what I'm saying? My dad had to, hem me up a little bit, and then my parents took the door off my room, you know what I'm saying? So, like I ain't gonna lie to you, like
that's parenting. Seriously. Don't play. That's parenting.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, that they straight up did, and they because I was like, skipping school and doing wild stuff, you know what I'm saying, like trying to hang out with people, and then, they wouldn't let it happen, and
That's right.
and you see, like I'm not disrespectful to it, but not all people have, that male role model, that male figure, and all of that stuff. I get it, but like, that's where a lot of it's coming from. I want you to see this real quick though, Cassidra. As a 10-year-old was disrespecting his mother, so she called a veteran over there.
Like she crazy, cursing at her, telling her what you won't do.
That's right.
You won't
right
clean
here.
your room. You won't do what you want to do, and you talk to your mother like that?
Come on.
Like you tough? Do you think you tough, little man? Talk to me like you talk to your mother.
Come on now.
Talk to me. You think you tough, don't you? Bust up on me. Cuss me out. Tell me you ain't gonna do what I say. I dare you. I dare you. You ain't gonna do it to me? Why you do it to her? Why you talk to her disrespectfully? Why? Little boy, answer me. Why do you talk to your mother disrespectfully? You don't know why you do it. Today I'm gonna help you find out why. And today it ends. Today it ends. Do you understand? You will not call your mother out of her name ever again.
What you think about that, Cassidra?
It didn't start today. He didn't start cussing her today. He was cussing her years back. You know what I'm saying? Now he got to cussing when he gonna lay his hands. He can really lay hands now. But I'm gonna tell you what, more men need to be. We need a mentor. We got a whole lot of churches, right? But these pastors so busy hoeing around. These pastors so busy with these so busy doing other crazy stuff in church, right? The men's don't have men's day. They don't bring in the little boys and, like little soldiers day. They don't have father and son day. They don't have, this is what the church is for. But I'm going to tell you, more men need to be doing this. But I'm going to tell you what, if that was my son right there, he'd have been with his daddy. He'd have been with his. I believe that women, you can have your child from age 0 to 9. When they reach 10, bye, have a good one. I'll see you on weekends. Let his daddy take him, period. That boy needs that balance. That's what's going on with a lot of our boys. They need balance. And some of these men don't know, they don't care. They know what they went through, but they don't want to do the work. And some of these women, they didn't grow up with their dad, so you ought to know better. You ought to know what you went through without your dad. Why are you allowing your child to go through the same thing without their dad? Because that man can't deal with you. You so vindictive. You are so vindictive because he didn't want you. Because he found somebody else. Let him go. You go find somebody. Period. You gotta beg no man. Just like you found him, you can find somebody else. But you're so busy being vindictive that you don't even want him. You rather for your child, your house to suffer because you being vindictive. No, you hurting your son. You hurting your daughter. You're not. That's craziness. A man's presence, like you said, is everything to boys and girls, because men gonna teach the daughters what kind of men to attract to themselves. And men gonna teach them little boys how to pee. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't teach what a little boy how to pee. What I'm do stand up and talk. How I'm gonna teach them? You understand what I'm saying? It's things that we cannot teach our sons, and it's stuff that I don't even know nothing about because I ain't never seen stuff with male body parts and stuff. I don't know what to say when all crazy stuff be happening. I don't even know how to say it now because I still don't know nothing about it. But you know what I'm talking about. And I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. I can't talk on that because I don't even know what be happening with y'all bodies at certain time. I didn't have no boys. And even if I did, I'd have had a male role model for him. His daddy would have had him. I guarantee you that. That nigga would have got it together because here comes your son. Let's get ready because I've done and I'd have had that plan. Look, okay, we together. Hopefully we'd stay. But if not, then at 10, you go, he go. Wherever you go, he go. Seriously, you have to lay down some stuff, but you have to put stuff in place too. Hopefully we won't get to that point where we break up, but if we do, you got to take him with you. Seriously, then he would have had it in his head, the whole relationship. Well, I got to stay because I don't want to take care of my son by myself. Because you sure would have, because I would have let him go. Because I can't teach him everything. Males have to learn from men certain things that I can't teach him. Only thing he gonna learn is how to be a bitch. Let me just say it. He gonna learn how to whine, and I'm gonna baby him. Come on, Bookie. I'm gonna do that until and then he'll be nothing. He ain't gonna be no good, none whatsoever, none. I don't want a son like that can't never leave home. Just stay in my basement. He's 30 years old. He's still in my damn basement. What the hell we doing here? What the what? He leave out of my house and move into his girlfriend's house? Get out of here with that. This is what's going on. They seeing this. They see these women taking care of these men. So they don't bother getting a job. They're going right in, move. The girlfriend had the apartment. They're going to move right from the mama to the girlfriend. What are we doing? Are we teaching? Are we raising men? And then the girlfriend going to take care of their sorry behind. Girlfriend go to work. He got the car. He got other women in the car. Did you look for a job? No, I had the baby all day. Okay, well, the baby got a daycare. Take him to daycare. And then I'm gonna need you to look for a job. I'm going to work. You going, bro? I'm not doing no. Because after all, he's supposed to be doing the rent. He's supposed to be doing his stuff, right? But they laying up. Who doing it? The girl. No. What are we teaching our sons, ladies? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Here we come. This is a parenting issue, right? Because the mama, she probably saw her mama taking care of her daddy, right? Or other men, right? So what she do? She doing the same old trend, okay? So the little boy saw his mama taking care of the uncle, taking care of the daddy, taking care of everybody, paying the bills. Daddy, today he working, tomorrow he not. I don't care, dude. If you know how to make some cars, you better get your own business. Have your sign up there. We'll get you a little fake garage, and you're gonna start fixing on some cars. Something. You feel what I'm saying? You're not gonna sit up and lay up in the house because I know everybody got a gift. What's your gift? You can bake. Okay, let's bake some cookies. Put you out there and sell your cookies. That's your gift. Seriously, we're not gonna lay up around and let my daughter see me taking care of you because then she gonna be taking care of her man. We're not gonna let my son see me taking care of you because he gonna let his woman take care of him. Here we go with the parenting issue again. Okay, I'll rest my mic for now.
I agree with you, and you know what, this whole thing made me remind me like when I was in school, and I think it was high school, where they took us to like the city jail, and they had the people like the people yelling from it.
I believe in that.
They took the whole class though, so.
I believe in that. I think that we need to scare straight thing now, but it has to be corrected because one little boy went on scare straight and he was raped. The officer left him in the room with them men and he was raped. So no, I believe, it's got to be an adult. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be, they need to come to them, not you gonna lock them up in the cage. No, but my thing is an adult need to stay there. And his mom was trying to teach him and he was totally raped in there and several men. Yeah. Okay. So the guard, he should have been fired or beat the hell out of or something. Seriously, I'm gonna take my son up there, and you're gonna that was vindictive right there. That was crazy.
Yeah,
Why would you let that happen? Why would you let that happen? So, but I do believe in that Scared Straight program, and you saw they took it off the show, right? Why you think? Why you think they took that off the forecast?
Yeah, I mean,
it was working.
All right,
it was working. And they said, "Oh, hold on, we can't do that. We can't show them we're going up there. Hold on, we got this contract with the state to keep this 100% full. Oh no, at least 95% full. We can't do this. We can't have this going on in the schools. So it's Wild Kingdom up in there. But that's our fault. We allowed some of this stuff. We know we're going in the schools. You think we know? We see it. We was in there, but we still allowed them to teach our babies. Make it make sense."
Yeah, they ain't teach us nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me,
that's what you needed to learn. Nothing about family, nothing about being a man, nothing about nothing. Right. They taught you how to masturbate. They're teaching kids now how to have, same sex, all that stuff. They teaching you good, at what's 5 and 6 years old, you learning how to masturbate. What the hell I need to know that in school for? Can you teach me how to invest? Can you teach me how to write a check? Can you teach me how to pay my bills? Can you teach me how to keep my credit straight? Can you teach me how to build? Can you teach me how to own a home? Can you teach me how to keep a job? Can you teach me how to be an entrepreneur? Seriously, what are you doing? But what are we allowing them to do? It's a parenting issue. Period. Kids don't come out bad.
Right. Yeah. And all right, so I want to go to the next thing. Like now I know that, and I don't know this guy, I just got this dude. He was, because it's just the question here, right? Black millennials. Now that's like people that's like my age, like 80s babies, really, okay. I can't vouch for anybody born after 1995. I'll put it like that, So like he's saying that we are the worst generation of all time.
They're pieces of work. You ever your mother say you're a piece of work? Black millennials are a piece of work.
Now you got a whole channel going on them black people
Now,
all the time.
I was having this discussion with people on Twitter, and some people were saying, well, it's a little bit harder now to get housing and stuff like that. But on the other flip side, you have to realize, on the flip side, with the internet, hustle is easier to get. You know what I'm saying? Does houses cost more? Do cars cost more? Yes. That's undeniable. Does college cost more? That's undeniable. But anytime you can get on the internet and run your mouth on YouTube or Twitter, you get sponsorships, you get ad revenue, $600, $700, $800 a month, just being on, getting on the internet.
You can clean it up on the internet for $800 a month, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But and then also this is another question, right? Do black millennials know what struggle is? Now you just start naming a bunch of random stuff that's like ain't got nothing to do with generation, like as far as like it's more about like who had money and who didn't kind of questions. Like you like, oh, you had peanut butter sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Like, yeah, poor people did. They still do today, you know, but so but yeah, that is more so the question. Like when some people say like you know, because I know that sometimes there are like people in my generation that be like, oh yeah, well that old civil rights generation like needs to sit down and all of that stuff, but then some of that generation feel like we're like entitled and we don't understand like what struggle is or anything like that, and feel like this generation here is the problem. Like, you have any like feeling on that?
Well, you know what? I'm just looking at the other guy who said, let's go back to him, that one right there. He said, how did they get to be a piece of work? How did they get to be a piece of work? He said, they're a piece of work. How did they get to be like that? Here we're going to go back to the parents, because everything you see, that's a parenting issue. It started somewhere, and you either didn't take care of it, or you didn't notice it, or you didn't have time to correct it, or you was too busy working, or something else was more important. Period. Come on, we're gonna break this thing down tonight. We're not playing with this thing, because we gotta fix some stuff, okay? And then they said, Mike Tyson, I was watching him a little piece because I know he's getting ready to fight, and I do want to see this fight. I already know that he's gonna tear that man up. Whatever. I love boxing, okay? Sorry, I do. I love shooting and boxing. I don't know why. But anyway, Mike Tyson's son, he said, I guess he's about 12, 13, 12, maybe 10, somewhere up in there. And he told his dad he wanted to fight, right? And Mike Tyson told him, no, you can't. You know why he told him no? He said, because you don't want it enough. I needed it. I wanted it. I had to do it because he had nothing else. He said, you grew up, soft. You grew up like, with a spoon in your mouth. You grew up, you didn't have hardship. You didn't have challenges. You'll get the hell beat out you. That's pretty much what he was saying. And I do believe that, because our children nowadays, we didn't have what you don't have. You don't teach them struggle. Some kids don't know struggle. Okay. Some parents, even if you had everything, you still can say no sometimes. You could still make them work for it. And that's not what parents like Mike Tyson is doing for their children. They just giving them. Okay. You're not helping your child, because what happens, that's your money. That's not your child's money. How's he going to make his money? Did you teach him how to be responsible? Did you teach him how to hustle? Did you teach him how, because everybody got a gift. Like the man said, everybody got a gift, but everybody don't know how to use their gift. And some people don't even recognize their gifts, because parents, you didn't show your children that they had gifts. And some of the parents don't even know that they have gifts, but everybody has a gift, and everybody should be recognizing their gifts. And how do you find out your gift? Your gift is something that you love to do, and you can do it for free all day, every day, for free. That's a gift. Okay. For me, for instance, I was 9. I was doing hair. That was a gift. My granddaughter, she was 8, doing hair, braiding, and all that gift passed down to her. But you understand what I'm saying? So you have to recognize your child's gifts and walk them into that direction. But you also have to teach them no. You can't say yes to everything. You cannot. You have to say no sometimes. You have to make them work for it. You have to pay them give them an allowance. You don't do your chores, you don't get an allowance. And I'm not gonna tell you every day to sweep the kitchen. Your day, I'm gonna have it up on the wall, and that's what we did in my house. In kitchen, we had a kitchen day. Whose job and what did it entail? Okay, you got to clean the dishes, sweep the floor, wipe off the refrigerator, wipe stuff off. You can't just wash the dishes and leave. Did you sweep the floor? Did you mop the floor? It was things that needed to be done that Monday by one child. So that Tuesday, and then maybe not again until that Thursday with the next. You know what I'm saying? So everybody had a chore. But these kids nowadays, mama still, mama bed they make being made up maybe. Mama, if she off, she may come, but maybe not. Is he cleaning his bed? Is he picking up his clothes? This is wrong behavior. And we giving our children everything. We're not teaching them. We're not giving them the plan. We're not giving them the plan as far as what do you expect from them. I expect you to work. I expect you to have a job. I expect you to earn money. I expect you to earn your allowance. And let me tell you something. When we went out and my daughters didn't have their money and they told me, hey, mommy, can I buy so-and-so, so-and-so? First thing I say was, where's your allowance? Where's your money? When you coming out, you want something, where's your money? And then let me tell you, if I wanted to give it to them, sometimes I said, no, you should have had your money. And sometimes I might have been nice that day. Okay, I'm going to get it to you. But guess what? I wore my $5, $10, whatever it was. I want it back as soon as you get home. And I held them to that. When we got home, I said, so-and-so with my money. Go get my money. Seriously. Because I was teaching them responsibility. I was teaching them how to pay their bills. I was teaching them right then how to keep your credit clean. Because credit is everything. How many parents are teaching your children that? I'm just saying. I rest my mic.
Yeah, facts. I agree with everything you said. But and so let me ask you this, right? Because I often hear, I've heard it to me, like from like the older generation, like like my moms and them, they feel like well, the younger people just don't, they call it like I've been called like ungrateful, spoiled, oh, you try to tell them something, they don't listen, and all of that kind of thing. Like, do you think that is true? And like, if it is true, like what do you think about it? Like, like how could we like fix that, or is it not true, or what you think about that?
It's, what, it's true for every generation because, I thought I knew everything, but it's
Thank you.
all about sitting down and having that conversation and showing them that you don't know everything. For instance, my granddaughter, she thinks she knows everything. I said, come on, let's talk. Seriously, because her mom is busy. Her mom she's busy, right? Working, doing, and this is, here we go again. This is parenting. Parenting is sitting your child down, especially when you see an issue, and discussing. Communication is good. And it starts as babies when they 1 and 2 or 3 and 4. When you in daycare, that you pick them up from daycare, you sit them in the floor, you have their little baby dolls, and you conversating. How was your day today? What did you do in school today? What did you have a color? And you're having a conversation with them. Well, tell me about your day. Well, okay. Well, what did you learn today? Not just, we read. Well, no. What did you read? Tell me about the book you read. You see what I'm saying? But you're having conversation, whether you're cooking dinner and sitting them at the table and talking to them, or you cooking dinner, they in the room, they watch TV because they're out of the way. You see what I'm saying? So it comes back to parenting. It comes back to, okay, bring your color book, bring your homework to the table while I'm sitting up here cooking. You do your homework. We may talk a little bit. Hey, tell me about your day. And I need a whole conversation. I don't need just, we sat and read today. No, well, what did you read? What was it about? Then I'm forced to, you see what I'm saying? I'm teaching them how to communicate. That's how you learn how to communicate. You're pulling, you're teaching, you're training them as babies, as youngsters, how to communicate. And they won't lose that. They'll continue with their children. They'll sit their children down at the table while they're cooking and do the same thing. Just like my granddaughter. Come on, let's talk. She's in the kitchen with me. We're talking. But she grew up like that because I did that with her mom. You understand what I'm saying? So it's still a parenting issue. It still comes back to parenting. And people say, oh my God, my son, he acted a fool. He's 13 and he acted a fool. Okay, let's go back. What happened? Where did it start? It started from somewhere. It could have started at the school. It could have started with that teacher. It could have started with a teacher said the wrong thing to your son. And your son, or it could have started when his dad left and his dad never called him again. He's yearning for his dad. He wants some attention from his dad. Okay, let's see where it started. Don't sit up there and see a problem and don't get help for it. That's what bothers me. When you hear ladies talking about, my son is 13 and he getting out of control. What the hell are you doing about it? Because guess what? I'm going to have to put up with that if I'm walking late at night. I'm going to have to tolerate your son coming up trying to rob me. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing about it? So you can't always blame other people for what you were supposed to be doing. Because when you see there's an issue there, that's why you have counselors. That's why you have therapy. I believe in therapy. You ain't gonna tell me it don't work, because I know it do. I believe in therapy. Black folk don't believe in therapy. We don't believe in fixing nothing. We let the chair break before we get a screw and tighten it up first, so it don't fall and break on you. Then you'll have to buy a new chair. Let's fix the old one. Let's fix that one. Let's fix him while he's 13, while he's fixable. Let's find out what happened. Did you go over Uncle's house and did something happen at Uncle's house? Because I'm gonna take care of Uncle. But you're gonna have that conversation when they 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, this is what we're not gonna do, and this is what shouldn't happen. This is what should, and it's gonna be a conversation to where he can talk to you about it freely. Well, I don't have to ask you, then Uncle, did something happen over there? Or I'm asking my daughter, well, did what happened? You know, I left you with so and so. What happened to so and so? You feel what I'm saying? It's all about communication. You're not gonna sit up there and see your son acting a fool, and you're not gonna get him no help. No, we're gonna go get some help. We're gonna pull his dad in on this, because this is a dad's issue. We need to understand what's going on with Bobby. Let's get Bobby some help. Come on, Daddy. We're gonna get Bobby some help. Rather you, Daddy, you need to have him every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Then we still gonna do the counseling thing too, and we may have to do it as a family. Seriously, it don't hurt. But you got to start somewhere. You can't just let stuff go and not fix it, because it stirs the pot. It just you know how you have a little bitty snowball and then you keep rolling, it gets bigger. Okay, that's the same thing with issues in the house that you don't take care of. Then they come out of control, and a lot of issues could have been taken care of years back, but you ignored it, didn't fix it, and let it go, and now you got a whole big old snowball effect. I'll rest my mic.
Yeah, that's a fact. Now, and I'll play a little bit, because I played this one since we kind of on
Talk
this
about in
topic
Black America
about
is the image
my generation. He's saying needs to grow up.
that we don't talk about in Black America is the immaturity of Black millennials. And when I say immaturity, what I mean is there's a alarming number of Black millennials and those who are just outside of being millennials who just refuse to grow up. I'm talking about we're in our late 30s. Some of us are married. A lot of us have kids. But yet and still, we want to hop on every trend that the young people are doing. We have a situation where instead of the elder statesmen leading the youth are leading the elder statesmen. The young people are leading the old people instead of the other way around. Because the young people feel as though they have to follow the young people because they want to stay hip and they want to stay relevant, instead of just saying, okay, I had my time and now I'm having fun in different ways. And now it's time for me to lead and set the example. That's the problem. One huge example is the music and the cultural references that we get from the music and the things that become popularized and cool and mainstream Black culture through the music.
All right, so you kind of get what he was saying.
I do.
You want to say something before we? Because I want to
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want because he was saying what he was saying, and then I want you to hear like on the other side, like some of the complaints for the that the Black millennials have about the older generations. But I know you have something to say about this part too, though.
You already know, forecast.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting for you to go in.
I'm gonna just tell you, my kids didn't tell me what to do, and they still don't. I'm their mother, and even when they try to look at them, and say, "Girl, who you talking to?" I'm your mom. I'll pull that mama card in a minute, because I have one. My baby has 2 masters, right? So she thinks and sometimes I have to pull that rank on her, because I remember when they was trying to give us the lollipops, right? And she was saying, "Mommy, go, blah, blah, blah. Girl, you done lost your damn man." And then she was trying to tell me to tell my mom to go. And I said, my mom is my mom. It's my mother. I can't tell my mother what to do, just like you can't tell yours what to do. But but see, this is behavior that if I had allowed her to do, she would have ran with that. No, you ain't tell me what to do. I'm your mama. So I shut that down immediately. You can't tell me what to do. And I will tell her quite often that. "Oh, why you always pulling that card?" Yes, I'm gonna keep pulling it until I'm dead and gone, and then you still ain't my mom. I'm still your mama. You still ain't the boss. Seriously, you have to keep them in their places, because they will get grown and then be trying to tell you what to do. You can't tell me what to do. Get out of here. I do what I want to do. So no, I don't agree. I understand some parents because I've seen it, but I'm still the mama. So I'm gonna still maintain that position. You know what I'm saying? Until I'm dead, probably. I'll rest my mic.
No, yeah, I feel what you're saying, and I think because like I guess they got like this thing where in the new generation is a more of a friend kind of thing with them.
We ain't friends, baby. I'm your mama. Yeah, I
Exactly.
understand, and I've seen that, but I tell them in a minute, I ain't your friend. You can't talk to me like you talk to your friend. I'm your mama. I tell them it all the time. They ask my kids. My kid, I'll be playing with them. I'm your mama. You don't talk to me like that. Even if they, mom just playing. No, we don't play like that. Because then you want to play, then you want to be serious. No. I don't even play like that. Nope. Forget you.
No, I get it because my mom is the same way. My mom is like I'm a grown man. You know.
Yeah,
what I'm
you can
saying?
be grown in your own house. You can't be grown here. Have a good day. Or if I'm on the phone and my daughter say something crazy, right? I'm hanging up right now because I'm here. I'm gonna stop you from getting yourself in trouble. Because there's certain things we are held responsible. If we're parents and we sit there and allow our kids to cuss us out and talk to us in kind of way, you think God not holding you responsible for not checking that behavior? Absolutely, He is. So you are allowing your child to shorten her life because you didn't check that behavior. Well, I'm gonna check that behavior because I'm doing it because I love you, because I know what can happen. I've seen it, and I don't want anything to happen to you being disrespectful to your parents, because I do believe that when you be disrespectful, stuff happen to you. No, you're not gonna sit up. I'm not gonna let you disrespect me. I'm gonna help you save your life.
No, wait, see, and all right, so and this is the thing here, Cassidra, right? Because I'm on the other side, right? And I'm like, even with my mom, right? Because like me, I'm never gonna say nothing like disrespectful, but I would rather hang up the phone.
Yes.
But that to her, that is disrespectful.
Oh, you better not hang up the phone without that. Oh, you hanging up on somebody. Oh no.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh Lord. See, I forecast. Let me tell you something.
It's hard because like I'm never gonna do it, but at the same time, like I'm a grown person at this point.
I understand that, but I'm still your mom. So instead of you hanging up, you better lay that phone down. I better not hit that dial tone, especially when I'm talking. Especially when I'm talking. My daughter's tried it. I ain't speaking to her. I didn't speak to her for she was looking at her sister, because I will ignore your behind instead in that right there. My old, she cannot stand it. I ain't playing with you. You're not gonna disrespect me. I don't care how old you get. I'm still your mother. Period. Period. You're not gonna hang up. What you mean? You tired of talking? Am I done talking?
It's because you don't want to argue, though.
Okay, well, then you sit down and listen. Then you ain't got nothing to argue about. You listen till I get done talking, and then if you want, okay, mom, I got to go. Okay, have a good day. But you at least wait till I'm done talking. I don't care if you don't want to talk. I need to say what I need to say, and you're gonna listen, and then we'll hang out. Yep, exactly. Don't play with the forecast.
Well, that's what I'm saying though, because it's like from her perspective and my perspective, it's like you coming from a place of peace. Like you don't want to hear that right now. Like,
you go hear it, then you should have brought up the conversation. It doesn't matter. You want it since you brought up the conversation. I'm glad because you wouldn't have brought up the conversation if you didn't want to hear it. If you was peaceful, then you should have said what you said, because obviously you said something to make her go off, right? So you knew before you knew. Don't even say what you was finna say, and she would have been going off. You already knew that because you knew it when you was finna say it. You said, "Man, I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna go ahead," because you want to get yours off, right? But then you want to hear what she had to say. It ain't working like that. I'm your mama, so you got to hear what I got to say, and then we can hang up when I'm done. Oh yeah, have a good night. Love you, and I'm hanging up. Seriously, now we can hang up. You ain't gonna hang up on me. What the hell you think you? What? No, I'm your mama. No.
Yeah.
You
See, I ain't gonna hang up. I just be like, yo, I gotta go. I'm doing something right. I gotta go right now.
And don't be doing nothing. Okay, well, you gonna listen to what I gotta say first. Go ahead. Whatever. Because you should have bought it up.
All right. And all right, so that brings us to a good this is why we need to have these conversations, because like we and you can have these conversations, but if I have with my mom, it'll go like different, just like if
why?
You have
Tell me why. Why?
Because it gets like she takes it personal if you say something. Like we have boundaries that, like, we're grown
people. You're supposed to have boundaries. Yes, I believe in having boundaries.
Yeah,
absolutely.
sometimes that is the boundary though, like where like, all right, not right now I'm like stressing out, like I understand I could talk to you about it, but like it has to be like when and where you say, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But if you really having a bad day, if my daughter say, "Mommy, I'm really having a bad day right now," okay, I understand. It just depends on how far the conversation is with. If you didn't make me go there, oh, I'm having a bad day now too. So guess what? But I understand. But yeah, no, I'm still the mom. Sorry. And I'm gonna be that. You're gonna be, I'm gonna be 90. You're gonna be what? I'm just saying. I'm still gonna always be your mother. So it's always gonna maintain the respect. I'm your mother. I'm not your friend. And even though you're an adult, I'm still a parent. I'm still your parent. Right. And I try not to step on those boundaries, because I know that you guys are older and I know that they're grown. And I try, but sometimes some stuff, especially when it's about my granddaughter, I'm gonna check that behavior. Oh yeah, it's just right. My daughter said something and I really saw that it hurt her feelings or something. I'm gonna say something. Yeah. Oh yeah, because I gotta fight for her. Because she don't know the damage. She don't know the damage until she gets older, and we don't want her. No, you know how kids are. No, yeah. And you be tired, and ain't nobody care. Man, you better watch what you saying to my baby. Because stuff hurts. Words hurt. Seriously. Right. So, but go ahead.
Well, yeah, and you're right too. And it's like, it's never a disrespectful thing, and of course, like,
exactly.
And so, and that's why, I wouldn't, with that, wouldn't like just hang up or do something like disrespectful, but and I want to play this one too, right? Because and this one, I don't know if Bakar's still listening, but he get mad because I mess with him just because it makes him mad when I say his generation dropped the ball,
Well, you know what? We did drop the ball. Yeah. Well, I think it's more your generation, but I'm not gonna say that because we did. We spoiled our children. We did. But I'm gonna show you when my daughters were probably, my oldest was 9 or 10. I lost my job. Right. I was going for the academy and some other stuff, and I lost my job. And because I couldn't do what they had been used to me doing. Right. I couldn't do it anymore. So I remember one time they got so mad at me because I said no to something because I really just couldn't do it. And I looked at that behavior. I was like, hold on. I said to myself, you know what? I said, self, we're going to change all of this shit right here. I said, they got upset. And I'm talking to myself because I'm seeing the behavior. I said no to something. They got mad. And this is how you act. I said, I got your ass. I said, I'm going to start saying no more. And that's what I did. I changed that dynamic because I saw what I had did because they were so used to getting. I mean, whatever you wanted, I gave it to them. And I said, hold on. When I couldn't give it to them, I thought they was going to still respect that, and they didn't. So that's okay. You have to check behaviors when you see stuff happening. And it was very easy because my oldest was 9 and my baby was 4. So it was still easy for me to check that behavior. And I just started telling them, I'm going to say no sometimes. If I say no, it's no. If I say maybe, it's maybe. And if I say yes, it's, you know what I'm saying? So I started telling them what I was going to do. And I did it. I wasn't playing. I didn't like what I was seeing. I didn't like them little monsters. I had created that. So then I had to uncreate it. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So you as a parent can check some behaviors, especially if they under 10. If you see it, check it. Don't let that stuff go. No. Check the behavior. All right.
No, yeah, that's a fact, And but and let me explain to you, what I mean when I say like that generation dropped the ball, right? And it's really not Bakar. It's like my mom and them is like the people in their a lot of them is like they're still like vote blue no matter who kind of people.
Oh God.
That whole generation. And I'm like, because my mom was born in 1962 and she was in elementary school when they desegregated. So she was the first generation to have like the white teachers and a lot of the young people. And that's a certain mindset because like even now my mom will call me racist. My mom does call me racist for the stuff I say,
But I'm gonna tell you what, your mom is not that far. Her and I are really close in age, but still, I see how you see. So I don't know what that's called but I've always been able to see even when I was younger. I was just that chosen. I've seen things different. I said things different. I didn't have a lot of friends because I saw, especially white folk. I didn't. They weren't, they weren't somebody I wanted to hang with because I saw the dysfunction. I saw the drugs because I grew up around them. and they were all drug heads, you know. And I'm like, my mom wanted me to hang out with this. I knew better because she didn't know what they were doing. And then she would ask me, why you gonna hang around with Blue, whatever? Because I said, Mom, they do drugs too much. And they were. Her sister was a drug head. Her sister's boyfriend was a drug head. And all of them did all kind of drugs. I don't want to hang with that. I didn't want to hang with that. You understand what I'm saying? So I've always thought different. And, you know, it's just a chosen. Some people just are chosen. I don't know. It's just different. Just different, a different mindset. Just depending on I don't know, of who you are. I don't know. Why some people think like that and some don't, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing, because like even like because my mom understands like you know racism, but she's the type of person to be like, oh, we gotta, because Trump is going and he's gonna be oh so racist, and
Oh God,
so we gotta,
Biden.
you know, so she
Pull up
believes in
Biden's history. Pull up the
I
tapes when he
told
said
her,
I don't
we
want.
argued.
Pull up the tapes that showed her what he said about black children. Pull up the tapes when he was standing up there. I don't want them kids to go to school. And thank God your crackhead son didn't go to school with my daughters. Thank God for that. Seriously. Pull up the tapes. They have to see it. They don't remember. I don't know how they forgot. White folk ain't never changed. They've been like this all the time. And the biggest bigot who did the most harm to black folk, they seem to have forgotten because they forgive anything Democrats do to them. And one thing, ask your mom, one thing that the Democrats ever did for black folk. Just name one thing just for black folk. They can't do it. But they still gonna vote blue. My mom does the same thing. And my mom is 82. She'll vote blue every time.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And I can't talk to her about that stuff no more because I can't even talk to her.
Don't even bother. No, you can't. But if you want to show her, you can show her and leave it at that. But they're old. They don't care. They don't, you know, she don't do what she want to do.
And that's what I'm saying. And thank God, like for her, she never brought no white friends around. Yeah, I ain't never had no white friends, or she had no white person. And this is what I'm saying, like, because my grandmother's generation, now my grandmother had her own business, but to build her own business, she did like
have to deal with white folk. Yeah,
right. And she was like back when they had to be like in the 40s and stuff, when they had to be maids in their house. But by the time my mom came in, down, like, oh, I'll never be a maid, you know.
Hell no. No. I ain't cleaning up hand them devils, nasty people. I'd have did something. I don't know. I had nothing to do with them.
Well,
like going up in their house. I'd have been a dog catcher first, or a dog sitter, something.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. She ended up flipping it into like getting multiple. But that was the thing. That was the only thing that they could, especially black women in the 30s and the 40s, because this was in the 30s. You know what I'm saying? So like, but she ended up making her own business out of the money that she made, so she stopped doing that. You know.
Yeah.
By the time I was born, she was like the babysitter with everybody paying her in around the area. So
so she was okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think we addressed like some of the stuff that she was saying, so we're gonna skip it because that was a good conversation, right? I'm gonna play just a little bit of this.
Parents, you boomers, you Gen X,
and this is that generation.
Y'all are not gonna want to hear this, but you know what, baby?
Generation.
It needs to be said. Y'all parents be having the nerve, the audacity to get pissed at your children for talking to you disrespectfully, when all that you talked to them was with disrespect. You raised your voice at your children. You cursed at them. You yelled at them. You scolded them for every single small, trivial little thing that they did, where to a point where they were afraid to even breathe wrong in that household because they was afraid of what you was going to do, because you could not regulate your emotions, because you did not have emotional maturity. I'm sorry, but your age does not define your maturity. Because if it did, you would not be 60-something years old, 50-something years old, acting the way that you act, 70-something years old, acting the way that you act. Oh, but age defines maturity. No, age just gives you more years on your life. That is it.
Sometimes what kind of maturity are you seeing from her? What maturity are you seeing from her? So who taught her to act like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
No, but that's the point though, because like when we say that, like they're her parents, like, you know, and then it's coming down to them, and then we don't want it to go down to the next generation after us either, though. You know,
exactly.
That's the whole point, you know. I'm gonna skip some more.
Push a button. Your children, your offspring, to wrath, which is anger. Don't provoke your children. Don't push your children's buttons. Don't purposely hurt your children, pick at them, belittle them, put them down to make them angry. That's what you're not supposed to do, because that is not of love. That is not of love. That is of hatred. Whenever God wants to get in on us and tell us what we doing wrong, God always brings it to us in a loving way. Like, my son, my daughter, like, this was wrong because of this, but this is what you should have done instead. Addresses the problem, but always offers a solution. You all never did that. You all just discussed the problem, but you never gave a solution. You scolded us for messing up, but didn't tell us why we messed up. You just mad that we messed up, but you didn't give us a solution. This is why children are just so fucking traumatized, and they people please because they are so afraid of hurting other people that cannot regulate their emotions. Just because you had a bad day at work, leave that shit at work. Don't come home and bring these problems to your children's home. They don't know what the fuck is going on. They just want to see mommy and daddy, right? And then
All right, so I can stop it there so we can.
Okay. I don't know if I had anything to say from that. Go ahead with the next one.
All right. Now this one was kind of a back and forth between the two.
My grandchild. Never can, because we do not look to Google to be great. Our greatness comes from life experiences and wisdom. The biggest mistake Gen X ever made was making millennials and Gen Z feel so entitled that they could emotionally dump their traumas onto our lap without looking in the mirror and holding themselves accountable for the choices and the decisions that they made in their lives. Before you decide to procreate and pollute your gene pool with low vibrational energy, use discernment when choosing a co-parent who can give you the help and the support that is needed to raise a child. And before you say, me, where's the village? What happened to community? The village left when you decided that you did not want anybody disciplining your child. All right? Your kids ain't got no manners, so you can keep them home. I gave up my 20s, my 30s, and the beginning of my 40s to be the best possible parent I could be, so the second half of my life belongs to me unapologetically. I'll be if someone tells me I have to watch my grandchild when no one has to tell me to look at my grandchild, because I love my grandchild. All right. So our tip for the day is to figure this out the way we had to figure this out. Stop with the crybaby antics and get your unhealed, unchecked trauma under control and grow up.
So that she was not responding to her, but it was basically a response to what she was saying. Her response was to another woman similar.
I love it. I mean, I totally agree. Because I do believe that our children are traumatized, and it's in so many areas of life. It just in school, at home, just dealing with it, just being in America, just being people around unhealed up people, you know what I'm saying, who pass their traumas on, and some parents aren't healed up. Some parents were abused. So you got a whole lot going on. This parenting business is on purpose. You have to parent on purpose. And it was all about me. Every step I went, I watched, I wanted them, and it was a personal choice how I raised my daughters. It was a personal choice because of the way I grew up. My mom wasn't there, my dad wasn't there, my product of rape. So, a lot went on. And I parented on purpose for a reason, because I wanted to see the difference in the way my daughters would grow up if I was there, if I put in the work. That was an experiment. It was an experiment, right? And it worked. And I wrote a book about it. And that's what a book came out at. It was an experience. And it took 20 years to write the book because I wanted to see the difference. And I see the difference. I see the total difference of the way I am with my mom and the way my mom is with me and the way I am with my daughters. It's totally different. And my mom is totally different with my daughters than she is with me. I'm more on the outside. She's more closer to my daughters than she is to me. But she understood and she saw the difference and she saw how I raised my girls. So she portrayed that. So I don't know if she copied that with them, but still ignore the hell out of me. But it doesn't matter. As long as you treat them right, that's okay. But it's just different. But I totally agree with her.
I understand what you it's like I said, this is definitely an interesting conversation. Now I want to show you one thing before we start talking about something positive and going off here.
Yeah.
Now this is because you mentioned this earlier. This is two short videos here.
Mhm.
Now this is talking about the younger generation, like the people my age, the millennials, is kind of going no contact with their parents because it's like toxic, quote unquote. So let me play this.
That you did your best, because that was another one of those gaslighting for I did my best. Yeah, we know you did your best, especially all of us who have grown up and become adults. Like, we know how hard being an adult is in this society. This shit sucks. It's a headache. We know y'all were going through it. We know y'all are the products of abuse. We know your parents, the silent generation before, we know they were treating you like shit. We know that y'all are traumatized. We know that y'all were suffering and struggling with everyday adult life. Y'all were in these toxic marriages trying to raise us. We know all that. We have given you the grace for that. It's not about, it's not about us acting like we don't know what you've been through. We do know, and we've given you the grace. The issue is that y'all are not changing. You're still doing the bullshit today. Most of us, we understand.
And that is true. Like, it's a lot of the same thing. I'm gonna play this one.
A lot of what y'all consider disrespect is younger generations.
I'm sorry. Let me start it over. Damn.
Black people, especially older Black people, are not ready to hear.
A lot of what y'all consider disrespect is younger generations establishing healthy boundaries. And if I can take it a little bit further, the younger Black generations are killing it right now. Going to therapy, breaking generational curses, outing predators in the family, exploring their spirituality and going beyond just white Jesus, learning ways to teach their children that doesn't involve abuse, embracing their sexuality and allowing others the dignity to do the same. I hear the older generations complaining about the younger generations, and there's a part of me that just wants to be like, y'all should be really quiet. Like, I'm not saying that the older generations didn't do their best. I'm just saying that there was a lot of trauma that y'all passed on, and that trauma is being overturned right now. And you guys should be thankful for that. Anyway, bless your hearts.
I don't know, what to bless your hearts, but all right. What you think about that, Cassidra?
Wow, a lot did do their best. They did, but your best is not good enough when you are traumatized and you didn't deal with it. Seriously, when you parented the same way you were parented, you know what I'm saying? Because we know things that our parents did wrong, but when you do it to your child and to your children, that's abuse to me. Just like I see some of these dads whose dad wasn't there for them, and now they're not there for their children. You're repeating the same shit. Why? That's a generational curse, and you have to reverse it. You have to do it different. You have to, on purpose. And that's what I did. I'm telling you, some of the stuff that I went through, I wouldn't dare. I got whippings with a extension cord, ironing cord. Remember those days? Yeah, I got a spanking, leaving webs. Sure did. But I didn't do that to my girls because I knew how I felt. And I would never treat another human being like that. And I just couldn't understand. But you have to understand where that came from. That was that slavery shit that they just passed down. But I wasn't passing that down to mine, because I'm not going to treat my babies like that. I love my kids. Why would I want to beat the hell out of them with an extension cord? That's just some crazy shit to me. Seriously, that's crazy. But I went through that because that's what they did back in the day. And didn't ask no questions, whether you did it or not. And some stuff I deserved, but I ain't deserve to be beat like that. That's abuse to me. If you leaving whoops and you leaving marks, then that's abuse. That's not teaching me shit. That made me very hard. That made me very angry, rageful. So that didn't teach me nothing, because I got angry after every whooping I got. I was like, I want to kill this bitch, and I'm in it. I'm serious. I'm not just saying, I'm serious. I was mad, angry, and I was disgusted, and I hated to be her daughter, because she was crazy as hell and didn't take care of her traumas. But what do I expect? But as I got older, I understood, because what do you expect when you carried a rapist baby? And I understood that, but I still would say, well, if you didn't want me, you should have gave me away. You know what I'm saying? But then I didn't really mean that, because at least she had some mercy on me. Because some of these families you go to who give you away, you didn't come out as good. You know, you came out worse. So, okay. I stayed, it was not the best. But when I got to be older, I started putting my foot down. We not doing that. And I told her, we're not doing that. That's not what we're doing. And my mom couldn't handle me. I was very vocal. I would speak up for myself at 16, 17. You ain't finna touch, you're not doing nothing. I'm not doing that. I stayed out of her way. You know what I'm saying? But I was very vocal. I was a very boisterous child. I didn't let too many people handle me. He abused me, treat me, I stayed away from them. If I saw that they weren't good people, if I saw that they was trying to hurt me, I stayed away from them, because I'm just saying, I think I had a murdering spirit, because you weren't going to treat me any kind of way. I'm just not tolerating it. So I'm getting away from you to stay out of jail, because I had a horrible temper. And I was, what you see now, man, I was 10 times worse than what I am now, 10 times. So thank God I'm just not in jail. Thank God I'm not dead. Thank God I didn't kill anybody. Because I remember this fight I had one time when I was probably maybe a 7th, 8th or 9th grade, I'm thinking. And I'm telling you this story because it's just a lesson learned. The anger that we could see in our children that wasn't recognized. I'm fighting this girl. My uncle comes up. He's looking. He goes, he see this big old circle. He comes. He's looking like, he see me. I didn't see him. I was fighting, right? So it was this big old picture window. I thank God that this girl did not go through this window, because I was sure trying to push her ass through the window. I swear. And I'm like, God, I'm pushing this girl. I could not break that window with her. I'm serious. This is a bakery. I never forget this big old bakery window. And I'm literally trying. I could have killed that girl and went to jail. Do you hear me? I could have been. I'm telling you, thank God my uncle saw me, because he comes through the crowd. He grabs me up, and I'm like, who is this grabbing me up? He picks me up and he's carrying me to the car. What are you doing fighting? I didn't even know my uncle was there, but thank God, God sent him there. And I ain't gonna tell. I swear, forecast. I swear that was God sending my uncle to, because nobody's stopping me from getting ready to throw this girl through this big old picture storefront window. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying anything. I could have killed her, and then where would my life have been then? But I'm telling you, God will send people when you need them, and thank God that my uncle was there that day. Because I probably would have been in jail for a long time, because I would have killed her. Not even understanding the dangers, not even understanding the anger that I had. And that was anger, but nobody recognized that anger. I had to straighten that out years later. I had to correct that behavior. I had to. Nobody called me out on it. I called myself out on it. I was so tired of being mad and angry. And I was so tired of being full of rage. I was so tired of my attitude. I got sick of me. That's bad when you get sick of yourself. I said, God, we got to do something, because this is not, I couldn't live like that no more. I was mad all the time. I was tired of being mad. I said, this is crazy. You're mad, and who knows that you're mad, and who cares? You ruining your life. You ruining your health by being mad at everybody, because I was an angry child. So I grew up to be an angry adult. So I see some of these kids and I understand what they're going through. The dad wasn't there. The mom wasn't there in my case. And then I was treated like shit my whole childhood. How do you not be angry with that? How do you not? You understand what I'm saying? So now what you see, this is work. I'm still not done, but this is work. I don't know when we'll ever be done, but this is work. So why would I treat my children the same way I was treated? I wanted them to know I loved them. I wanted not just to say it, but I wanted them to feel it. That was important. I needed them to know that you are loved, and I'm not just saying it. They ask my daughter, they'll tell you, my mom, I was there. I was there. Through thick and thin, I was there. My daughter did, I was there. I got you. But I ain't got you if you're going to be disrespectful to teachers and stuff. I didn't tolerate that. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted them to be well-rounded adults. And I knew that what I did to them as children, like waking them up and I'm rushing and I'm in a bad mood. So I wake them up in a bad mood so they have a bad day. I made very sure that I didn't do that. I'm telling you, I read a lot of books because I didn't know how to do this thing. So I read a lot of books on boundaries, books on personalities, books on being the second child, books on being the first child, books on being the only child. I read all kinds of books because I wanted to make sure that I was doing it right. Because I didn't know how to do it right. All I knew was what my mom showed me. And I knew I didn't like that. And I knew I needed to change that behavior. I didn't want to be that. And that's what all I knew. So what did I do? I went to counseling. I researched, I read a lot of books to help me to be a better person, to help me be the best parent that I could be for my daughters. And not just saying, oh, I love you, beat the hell out of them. That's not love. Or call them, hey, you look, and ruining their self-esteem. No, they're gonna call my daughters that. Because I didn't want nobody calling me that. I was very careful how I treated them, how I talked to them, what I said to them. This is parenting on purpose. Do you hear me? This is work. I couldn't work full time and be a mom, a great mom. I didn't work full time. I worked part time with their dad. He did his job. I do have to this because I had girls, I had children to tend to. I couldn't work full time, be his wife, be their mom, and then have room for Cassie. We doing too much, ladies. We don't even have me time. I started having me time. I was with them. They went to school. I worked. I came home and I went had dinner, cooked dinner for them. I helped them with their homework. I loved on them. We didn't watch TV until weekends because it wasn't time. Then I put them to bed. And what did I do? I had Cassie time, maybe an hour before I went to bed. And I'm journaling. I'm listening to, music. I'm winding down. I'm thinking about my day. I'm becoming a better me. This work. This work. If you don't put the work in, I don't know what you're going to get. You don't put the work in. Ain't no telling what you're going to get.
Yeah, see, and that's the important thing that, and really what this whole conversation is about, right? Because I know like and this goes down like because it is a generational thing where we experience different things, right? Like a certain generation, like the older generation, they experience a lot of abuse, alcoholism.
Yes.
There's a lot of crazy stuff that went down. My generation, like we may not have had like our fathers wasn't in the home. They might have not even known their fathers, or the ones that did, we would get the belt. We may not necessarily got a switch, but we got the belt. And then now I see them now that we are adults, I see them with their children. And how they like, oh well, I know what it's like living without my father. Even if I'm not married to the mother, I'm going to make sure that I'm in my child's life.
That's important.
And I see the difference in the growth. And the thing that we don't even recognize, all it takes is like 15 years to change the mentality of a whole group of people. So the children born today like have an opportunity to be militant and all of that stuff by the time they're 18, 19. We ain't gonna have to, if we get it together today, like as a millennial, the children born today, I can't be like, oh, they wild, I can't tell them nothing. Yo, that means I failed them. You know what I'm saying? It's now my role to go after the younger people, and it's still the role of older people to come and tell me what is up, and that's what I'm saying, because we never deal with it, because like you was talking about therapy or whatever, but like that older generation like dealt with a lot of the trauma stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you don't have the internet where you have information where you can connect with other people going through the same thing. So you think you alone in the world. The internet change is like before the internet and after the internet. That's a whole nother thing, because the younger generation now, that's all they know. I was in the generation that went outside, you know what I'm saying? But we also got the internet by the time I was like 16, 15, young enough to understand, So I see how it goes, but I want to play and we, by the way, we never got to this one. We can skip it though, because you mentioned it a little bit, but we're gonna have to make this a topic though.
You can play it.
I want to play another one though, because we can't leave the younger one out. But this one was like millennials living at home and why black families struggle to build wealth. I think that's a whole show in itself.
Yeah. Oh my God, that should be a next show. Seriously, that right there should be a next show. We touched on it a little bit last week with when what's her name? Oh God. The one that had the 200 acres. Blanca, yes. She talked about the family coming together, living together, and putting their monies together. That's building generational wealth, buying up land, buying up homes. That's building but we don't do that. We'll go and get our own place at 21. Our kids, with their own places. They move into an apartment. They don't build and stock their money up, pay mom a little rent here and stock your money up so that you can buy your own home and buy your own land. That's your thing is buying an apartment. That's the big thing. Oh God, I'm getting my own car and buy me an apartment. But are you saving money? No. You got a $600 car note. You got $1,500 coming in, and you got what, $1,000 rent there. But why did you do that? Why didn't you save money? So yeah, that should be a show of one all to itself next week. Seriously.
Yeah. Because it goes with this one too, and so I think that's why I was like, let me save it, because I don't know if we were gonna have time to talk about this whole subject. So we're gonna talk about because he was saying like more people living at home, and then like how to use that to build wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I totally agree.
Yeah. But since we're talking about the generations, I can't leave the youngest generation, or not the young. Well, I don't know where they cut it off at, but I know like the children now, maybe like the high school students and middle school students, is going to be different from the ones that's born tomorrow. That's going to be the next generation after that.
Wait, that's going to be a mess if we don't straighten it up now. It's going to be a mess.
Exactly. And by the time that they come up, we want, and the ones that's in high school, like, by the time that their parents, it's up to my generation to leave them in a better situation. And I say with my personal life, like I have a half sister who's older, with my father, who had her when she was young, and he wasn't really in her life the way that he was supposed to be, and she got in trouble, ended up in group homes and stuff like that. But she's like a little bit older than me. She might be in the generation above me. And then I have a younger sister, and I'm like 10 years older than her, so like my parents had her like kind of yet late. We have the same parents, and you can see the difference between somebody who had a mother and father in the home. But even in my situation, I have two sisters, but I still feel like an only child, and because you was mentioning that, and the whole difference in the mentality and all of that, so I see all of the dynamics and how it play out. And my older sister could be in the generation before me, and my younger sister could be in the generation as she was born after 1995, so I can't vouch for her. My sister is like way younger than me, and she went to college and all of that stuff, and she went to school for like psychology, and she has her life, but it was totally different from each generation, to see how it progressed, just in my little structure,
Yeah.
But I want to play this about the younger people now, the young people that's out there that's maybe like in middle school and high school. I want to play a little bit up for them,
Yeah.
Give us a representation. They call them Generation Z. I don't know, I guess.
This mission is to inspire you as we enlighten you.
These are the members of Black Gen Z. They are young Black Americans between the age of 9 and 24, meaning they were born somewhere between the years of 1996 and 2012 and are generally the children of Generation X. They are referred to sometimes as Zoomers, the Internet generation, or sometimes the Centennials. When asked to describe themselves in 3 words, the common consensus was revealed to be conscious, innovative, and outspoken. There are over 9 million members of Black Generation Z, and they will be critical to shaping the future
9 million.
This nation in a positive way. And as this new generation of Black Americans begin to take shape and move into adulthood, there's a mounting interest in their attitudes, behaviors, and lifestyle. This post-millennial generation is already the most radically and ethnically diverse generation there has ever been. And while most are still pursuing their K-12 education, the oldest post-millennials are enrolling in college at a significantly higher rate than millennials were at a comparable age. This is likely because the parents of Gen Z are more well-educated than the parents of millennials.
More likely to go to HBCUs too, by the way.
Baby boomers and those of previous generations. One thing we've learned about Black Gen Z is that they are honored to be Black. 72% say that they are proud of their heritage, and they acknowledge the fact that everyone has a different upbringing and unique experience in the world that can be appreciated. Because we all know that there is not a singular Black experience in the entire world. One more thing you can say about Black Gen Z. 59% have hobbies or interests they're passionate about, and about 46% have expertise in things that some people consider nerdy. Black Gen Z is experimenting with activities that are not typically associated with the Black culture, thereby expanding what it means to be Black.
Yeah, I don't know what it means to be Black there, but we have probably done everything and they copied it. But I want to say, because I do think the younger generation, and they have more access to information, like, because I think you could split it up by the internet. When the internet became a household thing, they have way more access to information. And I think that the younger ones are proud to be Black. You know what I'm saying? Now they are more likely to be like people of color. Maybe they won't, because now we're starting to say no people of color. So I'm hoping that trend will continue down with them. That's just the one thing that I've seen with the young people that I've met in real life. Hopefully they will switch that up, but because they're more likely to protest for like Palestine and all that nonsense. But I don't know what you think about that, Cassidra.
Man, I'm loving this because I'm seeing, but I'm looking at my granddaughter and I look at my daughter, my baby, because my baby's like what, 30, no, my baby's 31, right? 30 or 31. I'm thinking 31. Sorry. I know she'd be, Mommy, you don't know how old I am. And my granddaughter, I see she's 15, right? So I'm seeing the difference. That's one generation. Her mom, my baby, and then my granddaughter. I see three different, generations, right? And I see the difference. I see how my daughter, my baby, went to college. Well, my oldest did too, but she got her master's and did a whole lot. And there was the difference in groups. And then I see my granddaughter coming up. So I do see the difference. I do see that they're wanting to be more Black. You know what I'm saying? But they have a lot more loving everybody too. I'm seeing that. I understand what you're saying, but I'm seeing that they still have a love for everybody. Even though they see what's going on, I don't know. I could say I don't know, because I could see some saying it's for everybody. Then I could see others just saying this, just so it's kind of balanced. It's balanced, This side says, yes, we loving everybody. And this side, so you still have the same, where the civil rights, you had the civil rights for Malcolm, and you had the other was for MLK. So I do see this. It's still the difference. I still see that though, so just, I don't know, just depending on where you want to go, which way you trying to take this thing.
That's a fact. But I do know one thing though: if we don't take control now until whatever the hell they call that next generation, like when the babies now, by the time they get to middle school, we should be in control of the curriculum. You should have the Black teachers. You should have, if that's what you want to, if you want
absolutely,
to be free,
absolutely, totally forecast, totally, because if we don't take it now. And I do think we're getting back to it. I do think it's going to be something that's going to make us, turn this thing around, because I see it turning around where it should have never left. I see it coming back to that now, but I also see some other things with, with our men and, and Black women, so I'm seeing that and I'm like, man, how do we cut that off? How do we cut that so that we don't spread that into the new generation? Because I'm seeing in the elementary, the middle school, higher young men aren't even trying to date Black women, Black young, you know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing it and I'm like, God, we gotta stop. We gotta stop that. But I don't know how, because our men have really done a job on these young boys. Man, you don't want one of them Black women. They ain't hitting on nothing. But you want a snow bunny and let you do this. And they have a whole list of them, but they're not talking about the mental illnesses coming along with these women. They're not showing them that. They're not showing them the sickness that's coming along with these women. Because I talked to one young man, and he said, as long as he was with a white woman, he was sick all the time. I said, yeah, because you was messing with a big old slob of germ. Nothing, a nasty nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then he said,
probably didn't take a shower in 2 years.
But he used to, tell me about, hey, that's what I'm sick all the time. I said, well, how you doing now? I'm not sick. I said, you shut that door. But how many men recognize that? Or how many men will be honest about that to know, man, I'm with them. This is happening. But I'm with a Black woman. This is happening. Both women, we both got some stuff. But I'm gonna tell you what, ain't nothing like them white women is a whole lot more toxic. They killing their men. What about the Nigerian boy? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think we that toxic. Might be a little toxic because we all got some stuff. But when it comes to white women and their medication, don't give them their medication, honey. You're going to end up dead. I'm going to rest my mic.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, Yo, and before we close out, Cassidra, I want to show you this. This was interesting though, but so if you see this brother here, damn, it went out. I don't know if they took it off or not. Damn, they
What was the
took it
name
off.
of it?
Well, I guess I gotta send it to you. I don't know, it was a dude name, but the story was this brother here who I was about to show. A cop ended up killing killed his daughter or whatever, and that part is true. A cop killed his daughter. Here it is. Yeah, so this is the brother here. This cop here allegedly killed his daughter. So it's a Douglas Barnes. His son, 19-year-old Gino Barnes, was shot and killed during a traffic stop by Sergeant Mike McCaffrey when reaching for his insurance information from the glove box, which is true. He said, in return, Douglas Barnes waited on his 17-year-old daughter, Samantha McCaffrey, the daughter of his daughter, to exit her limo on prom night and shot and killed her, then screamed eye for an eye and waited for the police.
Ooh, hey, I'm just saying, you know me. Hey, how do you feel now, bro? How you feel now? Did he go jail? He didn't go to jail for his daughter's murder, but he went to jail for his daughter's murder. You know what I'm saying? So he waited till his daughter turned 17, got out of her prom, and shot her. Ain't that something?
Now, Cassidra, before I even let you go in, Cassidra, do you think a Negro would do something like this? I don't know. It might be true. It might not be true. But I had to show this.
I'm hoping it's true.
I had to, yeah.
I hope so we too. Start doing this right here, until we start doing this right here.
Thank you. Right.
Nothing is going. So why they got fake news?
That's what you see what they're saying. That's what the
they're gonna put that out there. They're gonna put that out there. It's fake news. They're gonna put the police gonna tell you it's good. I don't give a damn. I'm hoping it's true. I'm gonna believe it. I'm gonna believe it. And they saying it's fake news because they don't want that to be a trend. So it's not fake news. I believe it. I believe it. I'm gonna just say I believe it. And I'm hoping it's true.
Yeah, he really killed him several years ago. This cop really killed his son. But but like I said, that's why I showed it, Cassidra.
I'm hoping it's true though. I'm just saying. I hope it's true. Seriously, because I believe in eye for eye. I do. I believe that once we start doing it to them, then all this, it'll be turned around. Once we start doing to them, I love it. Yeah, send me that. You need to send me that because I'm really hoping it's true.
I'm gonna tag you in there.
Yeah, I'm hoping it is true. This is what we need to get back to. This is the best news I've heard all night.
I'm mad I forgot just now who sent it to me. My bad.
Man, I'm loving it.
Just sent me that.
I'm loving it. I'm so excited. I'm like, I hope it's true. I'm serious. I hope it's true because I believe that we need to get back to that. I do. I believe we need to get back to it. So I hope, forecast, what really is hurtful. This is something that Black folk need to hear. This is what Black folk need to hear, but we so busy with Diddy's life, which is dysfunctional. Will we rather watch Diddy, and he been on TV since what? This is going on a month now, maybe. We rather watch and see his life than to get ours straight and to get ours corrected. We rather go in and watch some dysfunction instead of us concentrating on our babies, concentrate on, we got 5-year-olds throwing toys at teachers. We have 4-year-olds that the teacher is being mean to, and the kid is telling the mom, hey, the teacher's being mean. We got stuff like that need some attention. Our daughters, our sons, our husbands, wives, Black men and women, we need to spend some time with our children to fix this, and we're not doing it. That's what bothers me when we have conversations like this and we only can get 4 or 5 or 6 people, 7 people. Yeah, later on 50 or 60 people will see it, but what happened to the 100,000 people? That's what's important, to get it, the message out that it's time for us to do the right thing. It's time for us to check our behavior. If everybody that comes to this live would share these lives to help us to get back on the right track, we could see ourselves growing. But people watch it and they be, well, or whatever, and keep moving. It's not a drop dropper. How many people you think would watch this from the start to the end and share it and say, man, that was a great show. Let me start with my child. Let me start with my granddaughter. I'm just saying, we got to start somewhere. And why not tonight?
Yeah, facts, Cassidra. And that's the thing, Cassidra. I will say this, I know I guess I'd be pissing a lot of people off, but it be the real conversations, and I'm not trying to be like divisive when we have these conversations. I'm just trying to when I say stuff, that's why I focus all of the energy on the other people, because I don't enjoy it. And I understand that people may not like what I have to say, or they may think I'm too extreme, or all I talk about is whatever, what I'm saying? So I get it, but at the end of the day,
prove us wrong. Prove us wrong.
Right.
What have we said wrong? That's what I want. I don't want to show me your evidence. We showing you evidence, you show us your evidence where we're wrong. How about that? I'm not going to apologize. I am unapologetic for anything that I said tonight. I will not ever apologize, because guess what? This is Cassie's opinion and I'm entitled to it. Now, if you got another opinion, show me your opinion, and that's your opinion. But on my opinion, it's going to stand.
Yeah, facts. And that's that's all I'm saying. And because this is here is a serious conversation that people can be a part of. But if you do come on here, I'm gonna let you say what, but we're gonna have the whole conversation out, and we want you to come on here to put it out there. But I know that sometimes, I guess I may take it too far. If I was to be, if I was to be on here arguing with other black people, would be filled up in here. But even the people that be in here, sometimes they won't listen because or they won't come on here, or act like they won't listen because I don't know, I will call, and I want you to call out anything that you feel like is wrong with me. That's what we're supposed to be doing. That's why we have these conversations on here, because we gotta start breaking these generational curses. But they're gonna definitely run from you, Cassidra. They already running from me, but they definitely gonna run from you, Cassidra.
And Cassie don't care. I don't give a damn. I'm just prove, like I said, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. I got proof. I have receipts. Show me your receipts. Don't show me your receipts if you raising a 10-year-old. I didn't raise my kids. My receipts is my daughter's. I have receipts. Show me your receipts. You can't have a 2-year-old and tell me you got receipts. You ain't, honey. You ain't started. You can't have a 10-year-old. Can't have a 12-year-old. You can't have a 15-year-old. You can't even have a 18-year-old. I have a 31-year-old. Okay, I've been there and done that, and I see the results of me spending time. I see the results of me being there. I see the results of me working part-time. We had good stuff because I had good jobs, right? I didn't have to work full-time. Their dad was there doing what, you know what I'm saying? But show me your receipts. I'm not talking out. I'm talking about something I lived. Exactly what I told you I did in my house. You can ask my daughters. They'll tell you. My mom didn't play. I laid it down. I told them the rules. I showed them the rules. I disciplined, but I loved them also. And I showed them love. I didn't tell them I loved them to beat the hell out of them. I showed them. I spent time. I was there. My daughters went to school. I went to work. They was home. I was home. So I got receipts.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. That's the difference, considering when I showed this up, you was like, yo, who is the accountable one? Who is the parent? Who fault is it?
Exactly.
That's what they don't want to.
They don't want to hear that. What you mean? Did you lay your laws down? Did you tell him what your requirements was in your house? Did you tell him what kind of adult you wanted him to be? What did you do? How did you handle when he disrespected you? What did you say? What was the consequences? Did you have consequence that was not just sometimes? You know what I'm saying? Did you praise him? Did you work? Did you tell him how proud you was? Did you show him the love? Not just telling them. It's things that we can do. Their dad didn't have a choice but to spend time with them. After we divorced, before he died, I'm telling you, I would drop them off. Hey, I called his mom. Hey, what you doing? She nothing. Okay, that's all I need to hear. I'm going up because he was living with his mom at the time. Okay, went over there, dropped him off. Hey, there he was, just like McDonald. Sure did, and drove off. Spend time with your daughter. Seriously, I ain't got time for this. Then I moved away, and then I still would, plane tickets. Hey, you paid the way here. I'm paying the way there, and I'm paying the way back. If you pay the way there, and send them up there, spend time with the mom and him. Seriously, you have to do this. I needed that balance. They weren't just mine. They were his and mine. We got along great. We weren't married, but we still had to raise these girls. So when they asked me, he knew how I was. They would call him, say, Daddy, can I do what your mom say? And if I had already, and they already knew we weren't going to go against each other. Her first question he was going to say, what your mom say? Seriously. And they all, man, and then they already knew, and then they stopped asking him because he would never go against me. He would always say, what your mom say? And they got, well, we already know what he's going to say. So, okay. Okay. He never went against me. We did better raising them separate than we did together. So I'm just saying, life is not, man, this thing ain't easy, but it can be done. You have to put your feelings away. It's not about you. It's about them kids, about them boys. It's about that young lady who need her dad to show her what kind of man to attract to herself. It's about that young man understanding how to be a man, how to be a perfect, how to be a protector, a provider, how to raise his family, how to raise his boys, how to be a man, how to teach his son how to be a man, how to protect his house, how to protect his woman, how to go and provide for his family. That's what you're teaching them. All this dysfunction, being drug dealers, drug addicts, all this crazy stuff. The woman taking care of the man, him not bringing nothing to the table but his penis. Get the hell out of here. I can get that from anywhere. You bring something to the table besides that. You understand what I'm saying? You're supposed to be providing for your family. Don't sit up here and tell me you do half. Half of what? I'm not doing half of nothing. Your job is to take care of me. So whatever that's going to be, what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to get it together because that's what I'm expecting. And I'm not dating nothing less. And women, we have to put our foot down. We're not dating a man that talking about some half. That's not your job. Half of what? Half of what? His bill, he's paying the mortgage. Now, if you want to help, you can help. You got electric bill, okay, water bill, cable. Okay, you can pay that, but he got to pay the mortgage. Seriously, we're not doing half. What the hell? I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not your roommate. Roommates pay half. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm slaying, I'm working, and I'm gonna come home and pay half when I'm working just as hard as you is. I'm not paying half for nothing. No, that's not what my money is for. If I want to help you, I'm not helping you with the mortgage. Now, I want to help you. I do the electric bill, I'll help electric bill and see what else. Maybe do a little groceries, maybe a couple dollars, but it ain't gonna be all of it ain't gonna be the whole grocery bill. Because y'all men eat. You know what I'm saying? But don't come to me to my half. That's not what God gave you a role. And I'm gonna hold you to that. So if you're a man and you're in the house, you're gonna teach your boys how to be the man of the house. So can't no woman come tell you get out of your own house, right? Because you the boss of that bitch, right? You understand what I'm saying? We ain't playing with this. We ain't playing no games. We're not doing this. Get out of my house. What? See, man, if you paying the bills, she can't put you out of what's not hers. Yeah, that's y'all's together. I can't tell my husband get out. What you talking about? I pay the mortgage. I can't tell my husband to get out. And he can't tell me to get out. Because God created him to take care of his wife, and he does it. With no apology. With no apology. No apologies. He does what he needs to do. But that's what I expected when we met. He didn't come to me telling me no half. Because I wouldn't be married to him. Half of what? I'm not giving you half of it. You know what I'm saying? So, no. We have to lay down foundations. We have to have foundations. I mean, we could go to dinner every Friday. If I want to pay his, I can. It'd be, okay. He get excited, he get shocked. What? You buy me dinner? That's not my job. His job is to make sure he take me out to dinner that he got the whole. the whole bill. And if I want to surprise him, and okay, I got mine tonight, it's okay. Or I'm gonna pay for, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's an option. It's not something I have to do. No. You understand what I'm saying, forecast? So I'm just saying, we ladies, we black family got to get it back in order. We got to get it back in order where our men are in charge. Our men are the head. Our men are the kings. Our men are the head. We got to put them back, give them their chairs back, ladies. Get your asses off of his seat. Let him have his seat back. Let him be in charge of his family and let him do what he was born to do. Google is his friend. He can Google up how to be a father, how to be a man, what's the requirements. Google is your friend. You have other men that have podcasts that he can listen to and ask questions. I could show him one. But he has to learn how to be the man of his house. And ladies, you have to let him. Those are his children. When he's disciplining his children, shut the hell up and let him do his job. You don't always have to say anything. You have something to say, you go to the room, wait till you get to the room, and then y'all talk quietly about it. With the shower, maybe in the shower with the shower running. You don't want the kids to hear that. We have to get back to the basics of building productive families. It's time for black men and black women to heal and come together so that we can raise productive families, so we can love each other again. We can't even stand each other. Where'd that come from? I don't even know where that started, forecast. I have no idea where in the hell did that start. But I know a cracker dropped it in our lap and we took it and ran with it. Somebody like American Eagle Rifleman didn't been around them crackers. They didn't drop that seed. He didn't bought it over here, dropped that seed on us. And now he's standing back looking at us fight each other because he didn't got that mess from the crackers and brought it over here. No, you go over there with the crackers, you need to stay over there. Don't come back over here. If you come back up here, don't run your mouth. You ain't got nothing to say. Shut the hell up. Because we know you got them ideas from them. Don't bring them ideas over here. That's how we need to shut stuff down. Don't even let them say nothing when we come over here. You just listen. You got to learn. You was over there listening. Now come bring your ass over here. Now listen. Don't say nothing, or you got to get the hell out. Seriously. Because that's what happens. They go over there and drop them seeds to him. If he come back to the black community, drop them seeds. That's where it came from. So we hate each other where it come from there. Somebody like Rifleman bought it and dropped it in the midst, and now it's all over. Dysfunction.
Yeah, I mean, but you see, he can't do that stuff over here, so he don't. Well, exactly. He might be listening, but he don't say nothing. But I want to say, I want to say, because it only say 5, but it's probably a lot more people that's listening, and they don't say nothing in the chat, especially in this, because like they don't like. I be trolling them sometimes, but they not gonna play with you, Cassidra. That's why I say mean stuff to them, so to get them to come on here, because they be running from me too. And shouts out to Bakari. Bakari is the only one, but he won't gonna come on here tonight because he know his generation dropped the ball. He was gonna have to answer for it. Well, now Bakari probably sleep by now, but no, I ain't gonna say that because Bakari was the only one in here. But it's other people they do be listening. I think shouts out to Matron. She usually be listening, and shouts out to her for her live. But other people they also listen, but they don't want to say nothing because in fear of being called out on their BS. But all they have to do is not be on some BS, and they'll be safe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or call me out on mine. You can call me out on my BS, but they don't do that. I don't know why.
Be honest. It's all about honesty. Bringing your receipts. Don't just come here and say I think. I don't give a damn what you think. Show me some proof. Seriously, I showed you proof. Show me some proof. We showed you our evidence. Show us yours. Seriously, don't come here telling me, oh, I think. You think what? Nobody care. Show me evidence. Why do you think the way you think? What's going on? What's behind that? Because everybody has a reason why they think what they think. Okay, show us why you think the way you think. What makes you correct? Show us receipts. It's always going to come down to those receipts. But we're not here trying to hurt anybody. We're just trying to change our community and help it heal. That's what the shows are about. It's about the healing of the Black mind, the healing of the Black heart. It's time to heal so that we can help our children heal. We are at a 911 when it comes to our babies, because right now it's a mess. They got the LGBT, you're changing gender roles. I seen what was kids? Will Smith kids. That's a hot mess. The boy looked like the girl looked like the boy. What the hell? It's like gender reversal or some shit. What is that? What are we doing? That's crazy stuff to me. I don't understand that. You got boys looking like girls, but that's a satanic ritual thing. That's a satanic thing that's coming down and that's falling on our children. And they teaching our children this garbage in schools. They're not teaching them white kids in school. They're not teaching. I had a friend that her husband's retired, right? And he was working at a school, and he was talking about how white, one school he went to was all black. He said, well, no white kids up in there, but you should have saw what was going on up in there. I'm like, but who's the teachers? They are. Them snow people. What they teaching your children? They're not teaching their kids that. They're teaching black babies that. And we, as black parents, are allowing it. Why? Come on, you guys. I rest my mic. Man.
Yeah, facts. So, and y'all stop being scared. And by the way, shouts out to Anthony, who probably listening to this later. Shouts out to Black Maggots, who probably listen to this later. They probably busy.
Yeah.
And shouts out to Raw, probably listening later. And the rest of y'all out there. But the rest of y'all, stop being scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cassidra ain't gonna tear you up so bad. I'm gonna be nice to you. But so I appreciate it. But yeah, you want to say any last words though,
I
Cassidra?
think I'm done. I think I've said enough, and there's nothing else to say. I'm just hoping that our lives is changing lives. That's what's important. Our babies, they matter. We gotta do something. We can't leave this to our babies. Look at this, what we're leaving to them. I don't want to leave this to my granddaughter. I don't want I don't want my grandkids to have to fight these snow people. I want it to already be put in place, them doing what they need to do, whether we separate, whether we building and start building from there. But teach them if they're going to build your defense first, so you can protect yourselves, protect your land, and protect your families, period. In that order. Build your defense first. Then you get your land. Protect your land, protect your family, protect your businesses at all costs, at any cost. And protect each other and come together and support each other. That's it. That's how we heal. That's how we heal. Because these people are toxic. They're not going to change. It's up to you to separate and you change. But if they come over here with some crap, what a man picture, okay, that's what's gonna happen. We coming. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You hurt, man, I'm coming.
That man said that eye for
that's right,
sorry.
eye for eye, baby.
Eye for an eye.
Hey, I'm hoping that's true. I hope we get to that point.
Yeah.
But the police was very quick to say, "Oh, that's a lie." No, it ain't no lie. Why they say that? If it was why they say it?
I don't care if it's fake or not. I'm about to put him on the side of a mountain and make a book about him or something.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's
it's gonna be real.
Okay, it is real. Hey, just like them ooze, they got them real. They got some lies that's real, right? I don't know if it's a lie or not, but I'm gonna make it real for me. I'm gonna make it real for me. Because we got some stuff coming up the pipe that we're gonna have to come together, y'all, quickly. Somebody need to be understanding how to camper, how to do camp, how to build fire, how to cleanse water. We how to plant. We don't have to learn all this stuff. Because what happens? We don't have no electric. What happens when we got to live outside? How many of you guys know what to do? There's some wild animals out there. How many of y'all got y'all machetes and your knives and your guns ready? If you have to run, if you have to go. What you gonna do? We got to be ready for what's coming. Building. Learning how to camp, learning how to hunt, learning how you shoot a deer. You know how to skin it? Do you know what to do with it? I wouldn't know what to do with it. I'm gonna have to look for somebody. I'm gonna just have to be a vegetarian.
I would just start a fire and just put it on the fire. Eat the pasta look regular.
I don't know if you have to do it like that. You have to skin it first. You see what I'm saying? I don't even know how to do that. So I think I'm gonna have to be a vegetarian. I know you can eat a little grass. I know you can eat sometimes.
Some berries. Get some plums.
I'm just gonna have to be a vegetarian. Eat the leaves that I can. I don't know I wouldn't even know where to start. I don't want to cook the guts. I don't want to take the guts out either. I can't do that. I'm gonna just have to, like I said, I'm gonna just have to eat salads or something.
I guess cut the leg off and just take the meat out and put it over a fire. I guess that's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. But when do you skin it? Are you cooking it with the skin on it? See what I'm saying?
I'm gonna just take the inside meat out and just put it on over a fire and eat that and see if that works.
Oh my God, yeah. See what I'm saying? We got to be ready. We got to be building. We got to be getting prepared for what's coming, you guys. I don't know how to purify water if I'm at a lake. I don't know how to purify water. I think we need to be concentrating on getting stuff that's going to help us survive because it's coming. It's coming sooner than we think, you guys. This world is changing even in our faces. You listening to the news, Russia and China, they're coming. They're already here. They're coming. They're here. We're going to have some very serious days. The next 2024 election is, we getting ready to come up into that. We got, 5 months. It's some very crucial things that's getting ready to happen within the next 5 months to that political party. And you're getting ready to see a civil war, and we don't even understand it. And it's going to be for the next 3 years. Well, it's going to happen any day now. Stay out the crowd, stay home a little bit, and stay out the streets. Stay home. Home right now is the safest place for you. I'm serious. So, but yeah, thank you, Forecast. This was amazing as usual. Great job. Well done as usual. And I look forward to our lives on Wednesday because I want us to change lives. This is so important. I want us to change lives. One life at a time. If it takes one person that we've changed their mind or changed their life, we've done our duty for the day. So thank you.
No, thank you. This was definitely a great live, and I appreciate you for taking the time to do this. I know it's like, I know time is valuable, and you are a businesswoman. So y'all support Rome in the Bush, by the way. You see the Cash App right there. And she has businesses. She's trying to give back to the community. So you Negro support her, you know what I'm saying? And you Black people support her, and you kings and queens follow support her too, you know what I'm saying? So everybody follow her.
Next Wednesday, I probably will be out of the country. I'm gonna try to, because I'm supposed to leave on Friday. So that might be
okay.
So next Wednesday, we'll see. We'll see how the internet is there, and we might still can do it. I don't know. We might can still do it. So we'll see. I'll let you know.
All right. So yeah, we'll be on notice for next week. So we'll I'll let y'all know, and we'll find out. We'll see what's up by then.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely, and I hope you definitely have a good time out there. I'm pretty sure I'll talk to you, but if I don't, I hope you have a good time out there.
Of course, we'll be in touch.
Yeah. And all right, so I'm gonna let this brother have my last words, y'all.
Always feel that you have worth, and always feel that your life has ultimate significance. Now, that means that you should not be ashamed of your color. It's very unfortunate that in so many instances, our society has placed a stigma on the Negro's color. And there are some Negroes who are ashamed of themselves. But don't be ashamed of your color. Don't be ashamed of your biological features. Somehow you must be able to say in your own lives and really believe it, I am black but beautiful. And believe it in your heart.
Know it in your mind. Oh, you know what, Cassidra? This is the last one. This is the last word. We need to see this. Just for everybody.
Like she crazy?
Yes.
Cursing at her, telling her what you won't do. You won't clean your room. You won't do what you want to do. And you talk to your mother like that? Like you tough? Do you think you tough, little man? Talk to me like you talk to your mother. Talk to me. You think you tough, don't you? Bust up on me. Cuss me out. Tell me you ain't gonna do what I say do. I dare you. I dare you. You ain't gonna do it to me? Why you do it to her? Why you talk to her disrespectfully? Why? Little boy, answer me. Why do you talk to your mother disrespectfully? You don't know why you do it. Today I'm gonna help you find out why. And today it ends. Today it ends. Do you understand? You will not call your mother out of her name.
In fact, you won't talk to me like that. You won't talk to Cassidra like
I
that.
love it. I love
We're
it.
telling you
Definitely.
what needs to happen. And
Definitely.
today, y'all nonsense ends, you know? But all right.
I
All
love
right.
it. I love it. I love that. I would have actually let him spank him. I sure would have. Handle your business, bro. Sure would have. I sure would have.
Facts. Salute to that brother, and salute to all the real brothers out there doing
Yeah,
what they got to do.
that's
So
handling it and making things happen, and they holding it down with their families. Great job, you guys. Don't stop.
facts.
Because I see
So,
you.
yeah, and thank you, Cassidra, as always. I appreciate you. Shouts out to everybody. And as always, we have got to start standing for something, or we're gonna keep falling for anything.
Peace, family.